Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. He is Rabia Parveen Memon, lecturer in chemistry from Government Girls Marvi Degree College, Moro. Today I am going to give lecture from first year class chemistry. Topic is the atomic structure from chapter number 3. This is lecture number 2. Dear student, you will be able to know about following points. Review to the previous lecture, discovery of proton, discovery of neutron, radioactivity, constant values of proton, electron and neutron. So this is the discharge tube. Review to the discharge tube experiment, discovery of electron. Dear student, as you are watching, this is discharge tube made up of glass. There are two electrodes connected with the battery, and the electrode which is connected with negative terminal of the battery is called as a cathode, and the electrode which is connected with the positive terminal of the battery is called as the anode. This tube is filled with the gas with high pressure. When they applied the high voltage electrical current from the battery, they saw there was no any passage of electric current in between both of these electrodes. So when they reduced the part of gas from this one vacuum pump, they reduced the pressure up to 1 millimeter of hydrogram. They saw there was a glow, there was a swarm of the cathode rays which were passing from cathode towards the anode. So when they observed, these rays were showing deflection towards the positive pole of magnetic or electric field. From this they found out that these are negatively charged, and these were named as the electron. Along with these rays, there was another type of the rays which were coming from the opposite side from the cathodes. So to find out, to observe these rays, there was another scientist, Eugene Goldstein. He did observe another type of the rays which are called as a canal rays or positive ray. So this is the all about discovery of the proton. Now you are watching, this is also discharge tube. It is modified discharge tube. Here is the cathode which is perforated plate. There are holes in the cathode electrode, and here is also anode electrode which is connected with battery, and there is cathode electrode which is also connected with the battery. So Eugene Goldstein found that there are other type of the rays which are coming from the opposite side of the cathode. It means these rays were coming from the anode and these were passing towards the cathodes. So to observe these rays, he took this perforated plate to take image of these rays. He found that these rays are positively charged and they were showing deflection towards the electrical and magnetic field towards the negative pole. And he also observed that these rays were not coming from the anode, these were coming from the residual molecule of the gas particles. When these cathode rays were passing from cathode towards the anode, these were hitting these particles of the gas and they were ejecting out the electrons and leaving behind the positively charged ions, and these positively charged ions were moving towards the cathode electrode and they were showing effect on the photographic plate. And these particles were having heat. When these were falling on the object, they were showing heat, and they can move the pedal and they can show the image. It means they are material particles and they travel in straight line. So through this modified electrode discharge tube, he find out that these are positive charge rays and they gave it name proton. And proton means it is Greek word, it means first, and these are 1836 times heavier than that of the electron. And this is also discharge tube. It is showing canal rays. This is perforated plate, and this is electrode is connected with high electrode high voltage battery. This is anode, and this is image of showing canal rays. This image is showing deviation of the positive rays towards the electric and magnetic field, as anode rays are the positively charged rays, so they are showing deflection toward the negative pole and in the magnetic and electrical field. Anode rays rotate, pedal and show image. You may see here is the pedal which is showing image, it means they are moving in the straight line, and these are material particles and they can move the pedal, it means they have energy. Discovery of positive rays or proton. This is Eugene Goldstein. During the study of passage of electricity through gases at low pressure, it was observed by Eugene Goldstein that if thin holes are made in the cathode, then some radiation appear behind the cathode. Electrical discharge carried out in the modified cathode rays tube led to the discovery of particles carrying positive charge, hence called as positive rays. This is modified discharge tube which is having perforated plate. To see the image, the positive charge rays are also known as canal rays. The experiment already it is discussed. A discharge tube was taken in which there were two electrodes, one was anode and other was cathode. The tube was filled with an inert gas. A perforated or porous cathode was used. By using perforated cathode in discharge tube, the properties of these rays can be studied. The positive rays are not emitted from anode, they are produced by the ionization of residual gas molecules in the discharge tube. The cathode rays strike with gas molecules, electrodes are removed and positive particles are produced. Characteristics of these positively charged particles. Anode rays rotate the pedal wheel because they have energy. Anode rays cause a heating effect. Anode rays created a sharp shadow showing that they move in a straight line. Positive rays are also composed of material particles. They are deflected towards the negative pole of electric field, therefore these rays carry positive charge. The minimum mass of positive particles is equal to the mass of hydrogen ion. These positive ions are called as protons. The charge to mass ratio of these particles is found to depend on the gas from which these originated, because when they filled the discharge tube, any of the gas they were showing these particles showing different charge mass ratio depending on the gas. Conclusion: anode rays were found to contain positively charged particles which was named as the proton. The mass of proton was found as 1.67 into 10 raised power minus 27 kg. The charge or proton is equal to the 1.602 into 10 raised power minus 10 coulomb. Chadwick. Sir James Chadwick, he did experiment to discover the neutron. This is the photo of Sir James Chadwick. These particles were discovered by James Chadwick in 1932. As we know, hydrogen is containing one electron and one proton, and in comparison of hydrogen, helium is containing 2 electron and 2 proton. It means it should be 2 times heavier than that of the hydrogen, but they found that helium is 4 times heavier than that of the hydrogen. From this they found that there are other particles which are present in the nucleus along with proton. So to observe these particles, Chadwick did experiment. He bombarded thin sheet of beryllium with alpha particles. Electrical neutral particles having mass slightly greater than that of the proton was emitted. He did bombardment of helium nuclei alpha particles on the beryllium. He found that there was emission of the radiation or the particles which having no charge. These were called as a neutron. Chadwick put forward his suggestion that these penetrating radiations were due to the material particles having comparable equal mass to an atom of hydrogen but having no charge. He named these particles as neutron. Properties of neutron: it carries no charge, it is neutral, There is no deflection in electrical and magnetic field. Mass of neutron is 1.675 into 10 raised power minus 24 gram. If we want to see the number of neutron or find out the number of neutron, then we will deduct atomic number or proton number from the mass number, then we may see the number of neutron. So mass number minus atomic number is equal to the number of neutron. Discovery of radioactivity. So first of all, introduction. Henry Becquerel 1896 working with uranium mineral called as pitchblende. It is an oxide of uranium. It is uranium oxide which is called as a pitchblende. Found that invisible radiation were coming out of this mineral. These radiation affect the photographic plate. The pitchblende, when heated or cooled, compressed or expanded, continues to affect the photographic plate. That means there was no any effect of the cooling, compression or expansion on the pitchblende. It is only when pitchblende is wrapped in lead sheet that will stop emitting radiation. Pierre Curie and Marie Curie. Pierre Curie and Marie Curie also worked on the pitchblende. They found that radioactivity of given mass of uranium was greater than that of the pure uranium salt. By chemical methods of separation, they separate two radioactive elements from the ore, namely polonium and radium. The radium was million times more reactive than uranium in giving out invisible radiations. Now this is radioactivity. Now this is radioactive atom. So what is radioactivity? Radioactivity is the spontaneous emission of the radiation by an element due to the splitting of atomic nuclei. This is radioactive atom. It is giving invisible radiations along with particles. This atom is called as a radioactive atom or radioactive element, and these radiation are called as a radioactive rays. So there are two types of the radioactivity. One is natural radioactivity and other is the artificial radioactivity. So natural radioactivity, it is the process of spontaneous without external means by itself disintegration of the nuclei of heavy element with the emission of radiation. Those elements which have unstable nuclei found in nature are called radioactive elements, and the rays which are found emitted from these elements are called as radioactive rays. As we know, all heavy elements above having atomic number above 82 show the phenomena of natural radioactivity. After emission of radiation, they changes their structure of the atom to the lighter atom and become stable. So the second type is artificial radioactivity. So it is the process in which a stable non-radioactive nucleus is changed into the unstable radioactive nucleus with the bombardment of fast moving particles just like alpha particle, neutron, proton. So those rays which will come from these particles is called as this process are called as artificial radioactive rays, and it is non-spontaneous emission. So it is called as artificial radioactivity. Radioactivity is for the conformation of electron in proton. Radioactivity is the spontaneous emission of the radiation by an element due to the splitting of atomic nuclei. These radiations are called radioactive rays, and the elements that emit these rays are called as radioactive elements. The invisible rays were examined. They were found to contain three types of the rays. This is the separation of rays through experiment. This is lead block containing radioactive substance. There is a hole to pass out the rays, and they examine these rays on the photographic plate by keeping two electrical plates one of the positively charged and other is the negatively charged. When they saw the image of these rays, they are showing deflection towards the positive and negative pole. So those rays which were showing deflection towards the positive pole, these were negatively charged and these are called as a beta rays. And those rays which were showing deflection toward the negatively charged plate, these are called as alpha rays and these are positively charged. And those rays which are not showing deflection towards the negative or positive pole, they are showing direct effect on the photographic plate, image on the photographic plate. These are neutral rays, neutral particles, and these are called as the gamma rays. Here is the deviation of rays in the magnetic field. You may see here, these are the beta rays which are showing deflection toward the north pole, and these are positively charged alpha particles which are showing deflection toward the south pole, and these are gamma rays which are not showing any deflection. Determination of power of different types of the penetrating power of different types of the radiations. These are images to show penetrating power of alpha, beta and gamma particle. You are watching here. These are alpha particles. These are heavier. They are having slow speed. They can't penetrate through the metals. They can destroy through simple metals. And beta rays, which are lesser heavier than the alpha particles, they can penetrate up to the paper. It can be penetrate through the aluminum. And gamma rays are the radiations, so they are having velocity of the light, so they can penetrate up to the lead metal. You are watching here also the effect of the alpha, beta and gamma rays and the penetration power. So if we saw the ionization power, alpha rays are good ionizer of the gases and beta rays are less ionizer and gamma rays are having very less ionization power of the gases. Separation of rays or types of the rays is already seen in the image. Helium salt was placed in the lead container. The rays coming out of small opening of lead container were examined under the magnetic field. The rays were split up into the three types of the rays named as alpha rays, beta rays, gamma rays. After giving out radiation, these elements break down to the more stable element, just like uranium. When it gives radiation, alpha particles, it becomes thorium. It gives thorium and it is more stable than the uranium. Alpha rays, the properties of alpha rays, they are fast moving helium nuclei. They move with speed equal to the 1/10 of the velocity of the light. They are doubly positively charged helium particles. They can not pass through thick metal foil. They are very good ionizer of gas. They knock out electrons from other atoms. They affect the photographic plate. They produce bright flashes on fluorescent screen and have very small range 1 to 2 cm in the air. Beta rays, they are negatively charged. They are fast moving electrons with range 1 to 2 meter in the air. Velocity of beta rays is greater than that of the alpha particles. They can pass through a few millimeters thick metal sheets. These rays ionize these gases in lesser extent. They can affect the photographic plate. Gamma rays are very penetrating. These rays are short wave electromagnetic radiations. They travel with speed equal to the velocity of light. On passing through matter, alpha rays would eject high speed electron from matter. They carry no charge. They have high penetration power of than the alpha and beta rays. These rays can pass through 15 to 20 cm of lead sheet. they are weak ionizers of the gases. Dear students, as we know, electron, proton and neutron are the fundamental particles of the atom. So here are the constant values of the electron, proton and neutron. This is the mass, charge, specific charge, charge mass ratio and density. So these are the units. This is electron, proton and neutron. So unit of mass, atomic mass unit kg, and relative atomic mass of the electron, proton and neutron. If we see the atomic mass unit of electron is 0.000546, and of proton is 1.00728, and of neutron is 1.0089, and mass of electron, proton, neutron in kg is 9.109 into 10 raised power minus 31 of the electron, and is 1.673 into 10 raised power minus 27 kg of the proton, and 1.675 into 10 raised power minus 27 kg of the neutron. So the relative mass of the electron, proton and neutron, both of proton, neutron have same mass, and electron is lighter than the proton. Some books write 1836 times lighter than the proton, and some books write 1837 times lighter than the electron. So this is relative mass of the electron. Charge in coulomb and electrostatic unit and relative charge. As coulomb in charge of the electron is 1-1.602 into 10 raised power minus 19. Here is the same charge of the proton, but this is the positive, carrying positive charge. This is 1.602 into 10 raised power minus 19. And a neutron is a neutral particle, it doesn't have any charge. In electrostatic unit, the charge of electron is minus 4.8 in 10 raised power minus 10, and proton is the same charge at plus 4.8 into 10 raised power minus 10, and neutron have 0. The relative charge of electron is minus 1 and proton having plus 1 and it is having 0. So specific charge, charge mass ratio in coulomb per gram, electron is having 1.76 into 10 raised power 8, proton is having 9.58 into 10 raised power 4, and neutron is having 0. Density grams per cc, 2.17 into 10 raised power minus 19 of the electron, 1.114 into 10 raised power 14 of the proton, and 1.5 into 10 raised power minus 14 of the electron. So this is all about the constant values of the electron, proton and neutron. So dear student, you go through the topic, go through the lecture and find out the answer of the different questions. So up to the next lecture, I say thank you to all.